standing by. A quick visit with Colonel Ed Bush with the Louisiana National Guard. Hey, Colonel Ed, how are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How about you?
So just to set the right, you are the guy. You are going to oversee the new and improved Camp Minden burn. Have I got that right?
No, it's a little bit off base. Yeah, it's not quite.
Well, help me out. What's your job?
Well, my job is to make sure that the story is straight and the people know what is the way ahead. When we met with the community action group, we committed, General Curtis committed to over-communication.
I love that.
We will, it's a great term. We will communicate to the nth degree what the plan is, what's the way ahead, what's the schedule, when EOD gets on board, what are they going to do, what we are going to flood the community with information so that everyone feels comfortable that they are part of the process. And there's no surprises.
So that basically we'll never have to call again.
Yeah. Some reports say it's going to start today. Others have told us it's going to start tomorrow and then the following 2 Saturdays. What is the plan right now for getting rid of that CBI?
Well, it would be helpful if before people ran reports, they would confirm those reports with us, and then we could make all of our jobs a little bit easier. But as communicated to the people in the town hall meeting, as well as community action groups, the way ahead is for EOD, Army EOD, to come to Camp Minden, survey the situation, and come up with their timetable and agree on the method that they're going to use to dispose of.
So the EPA...
And that hasn't happened.
The EPA...
So we don't have a timetable now.
We had a proposed timetable that was laid out by the Army explosive expert, but we were very clear when we put that out that that was the proposed timetable, and here's what needs to happen for that timetable to happen. And there was a great possibility that the timetable was going to fly to the right. Really the big two takeaways were, number one, we're going to follow the prescribed methods of the Army Explosives Board, the subject matter expert, which means that DOD is going to dispose of CBI in place by the methods that they feel is the best way to do it. And then number two, there's a significant degree of urgency. So sooner is better. And the timetable was certainly very aggressive and very hopeful, following the sooner is better timetable. But there's other factors that come into play here. So
do you anticipate we'll see the sky lighting up by the end of the week?
I can't make that prediction. I don't control EOD. I don't know what's on their schedule. All I can do is tell you that the explosive ordnance experts, those experts for the Army who dispose of explosive material, the ball is in their court, and they will come to Minden and say, here's how we're going to do this, and here's when we're going to do
it. The EPA is going to be here also. What kind of say-so, what kind of oversight, what kind of input will they have in the process of disposal?
They have the ultimate oversight. I mean, they're ultimately responsible, which is why they were such a key player, in us communicating the plan with the community from the get-go. So until the EPA was satisfied that the methods used were appropriate, and then that all those controls could be put into place, that's when and only when they signed off on it. And that's the other piece of it. The EPA has committed to having that Taga van here on site at Camp Minden as part of the first burn too. So we're waiting on the van to get here as well. That's kind of the big difference.
Talking with Colonel Ed Bush, Louisiana National Guard. When this does happen,
yes,
can you best describe for us what area residents can expect? What will they see? What will they hear?
Well, the first thing they will see will be the night before anything is going to happen, they will see the news report saying that this is going to happen tomorrow. And then they will see some coordinating statements from the state police saying that they're prepared, the EPA is prepared, all these other agencies will all chime in as part of that. So that's the first thing they will see, is a heads up that says, get ready, we're going to do this tomorrow morning, if in fact it is the morning time. And then, quite frankly, if all goes according to plan, which we expect it will, they won't see much of anything else. You might see, like you say, you might see some illumination. If it's really, really dark, light travels pretty far. So yeah, you might see some lighting above the sky in the distance, but that's about it.
No danger to the public at all. You're convinced?
Minimal risk, as was certainly EPA. That was their priority all along. But all the estimates from the Army explosives expert have minimal risks affecting anyone outside of Camp Minden, and that's why this was the best course of action.